Hello Aries, this is your April 1st, April 15th, 2017 read. For the main read, I'm going to use the Morgan Greer Tarot. Here's the box I finally found. There's a name here. Paul Foster Case and Arthur Edward Waite are, I guess, the authors, or they updated it or something. It's an older deck. I've had it for a long while. And for the support cards, I'm using the Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish, one of my favorite decks, as you may well know. Per normal, already shuffled, so let's see what we got here. I feel like we have two cards left over, but not exactly. I feel like it's things you're not saying. Okay, so your overall energy is the Empress. You know what? Let me just pop out a couple cards here. All right. The Empress is your overall card, and what's over it is the Aphrodite's love spell, which means you are looking for everything to go well, to get along. I believe this is in the time of your sun sign. So I feel like there's a lot of strength here, but you might also be a little more sensitive to the energies more than normal. From what I know of Aries, they can be a lot of fun and like to get along, but they will not put up with ridiculousness. They will not just pacify someone just to get along. They'd rather deal with the problem straight out and fix it rather than let it linger. So I feel like when you're looking at this situation, this whole time you're trying to be very caring. I feel like you're trying to be diplomatic in your own terms of what's acceptable and what's not. Things still need to correct, and you'll try to be as kid glove about it as you can, as nice about it as you can. But if you have to, you just get to the point, because it's just not worth fluffing somebody's ego just to continue a problem to keep it going. Things need to change, things need to be fixed. You're going to try to be nice, of course, but if it comes down to push comes to shove, you're going to say exactly what you mean, because it's not going to help anybody to further a situation that's not working, that's failing. So it's interesting that it's coming out in the beginning here, because I feel like you're trying to, you have best interests at heart, but I feel if you get frustrated, you might have like just a point blank, listen, this is what's happening, and this is what's not working. But I do feel like you're going to try to take the nice approach first, in the sense of like, you might try to like be a little more accommodating in the beginning, and just try to say things as nice as you can. But if that doesn't seem to be panning out, then if you have to be blunt, then you'll be blunt. Because you'll try to be. I feel like you're going to try to go the nice route first. But if it's really not working and you think these people are just going to keep going the way they are and it's going to keep this problem going, you're going to be like, you know what, let me just cut to the chase. And you'll say what's going on. This situation seems interesting because what you're not saying and what you're keeping to yourself, and I feel like you might be discovering this, is you're letting go of the situation, and you're kind of like, you're not really into it anymore. I do feel like you're trying to be nice though, so something's interesting. Like it's not like you don't care about the situation at all, but you don't really want to be involved with it anymore. I get the Lover's card reversed, which in the Ten of Rods reversed. So the Ten of Rods reversed is releasing these burdens, and then the Lover's reversed. I have to be honest, in this situation, I just feel like you're just not into it anymore. You're just letting go of the situation. Whatever the situation is, and I feel like it was kind of face down, so I'm thinking you may just be starting to realize that this situation you're kind of done with, whatever is going on here. I feel like you're trying to go through the past and remember what it was that you liked in the beginning, and this can go two different ways. One, you're trying to get back what you felt before, and you're just trying to revitalize the situation. On the other hand, you may be looking back, literally thinking to yourself, what was I thinking? Why did I get involved with this? So it's going one of two ways. Either you're trying to revitalize it, or you're kind of scrutinizing yourself a little bit. Like, why did I do this? Because I feel like this is in the very beginning. You're starting to really realize, I feel like you're letting go of it, and it's not stressing you as much. And you're starting to realize the reason it's not really stressing you that much is because you just really don't have that emotional connection to the situation anymore. You're kind of letting it go. You have these next three cards like in a little tiered situation, which I find interesting. Nine of Swords, which is right in the direct line of action here. The first card dipping down towards the environment is the Hermit, which then goes down to the Emperor reversed. Which kind of makes me think that the situation isn't changing. It seems kind of stuck where it is. That's this card. Like, it's not really moving left or right. You're both not really going forward or backward. It's just kind of lingering in its same holding pattern. Almost like a plane circling the airport, waiting to land or make some type of decision. It's still circling the airport. But, I feel like this is also distancing you from the situation. I feel like it's this distancing of the situation, especially since it's right side up, I feel like you're both starting to see where this situation is going. If it's like an actual event or something like that, like it's helping things work out in your favor. I feel like it's more of like a person thing though. And that the distance is like making it clear to both of you where you both are in this situation. Below here, the Emperor reversed, I don't feel like the other person likes it. Don't get caught up in the gender of the card, of course, because it's a general read. But I not only feel like they don't like it, they might be a little bit vindictive about it, maybe. I feel like they don't like what they're realizing. They're seeing the situation for what it is, and I don't think they're happy about it. Because almost like the holding pattern creates this distance that you both start to really see where the situation is. And then this is kind of dropped down a little lower, which makes me feel like after a little time, this person sees like what's happening here and does not like it, which then causes discord. I feel like this person gets a little upset, and I don't know if I feel like it's just like, I don't think it's direct. I don't feel like there's a direct conflict, but I feel like there's conflicts at home after that. That's when you get, I think it's the Ten of Cups I'm looking at. No, it's the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups reversed right in the direct line of action, so this is the environment. It just gets really uncomfortable, kind of difficult to be around. I feel like you're still trying to get along, but the other person's like having a fit, in a sense, because they realize where this is going. There's some type of argument or unpleasant moment here. Like, there's a moment here, and I feel like it's being caused by the Emperor reversed down here. Like, they're not happy. They know where this is going, and they're just kind of ticked off about it. I also feel like you're feeling like the home life is just not what it should be. This is basically telling me right here, this one, that you're both, like, it's just a bad moment, just arguments at home, just like slamming of doors, things like that. This, in your mental state, makes me feel like all is lost, like it's done. Like it's just basically now, finishing out the situation. Even though this happens and you do feel like it's done, for some reason you come back together with this person a little bit and you guys kind of try to work it out in a sense. You try to be nicer to each other in a sense. And I don't even feel like I feel like you're just trying to get along at this point. Things are the way they are. Things have been said that need to be said, but you'd rather get along for right now. As long as the truth is out there, you're okay with a little bit of BS, but only as long as things are headed to the same ending that you see coming anyway. You're not going to fluff somebody's ego to give them false hope, but you will do what you need to do to get along. I feel like the other person is a lot more giving because I feel like you're being kind to them and you're trying to make the situation more palatable. I don't want to say work out. I think more palatable. You're trying to help things get along. I think the other person takes this as hope, and they really try to get on your good side here because they don't want the situation to end. They feel like this means things are going to be better. Things are going to be okay. Things are going to keep going. I'm not really feeling that's how you feel, though. And when they start, like, they're really happy and feeling good, you don't want to destroy that. You don't want to cause more problems, but you're also kind of realizing that's not where I'm going with this. So I feel like you're almost a little conflicted at that point because the other person's happy and things are going well, but you're already at this point where you know where this is going. You already know where you stand with the situation, so you're kind of a little bit conflicted because you don't like pushing forward a false front about how you feel, but you're like, if I push it forward, it's just going to cause another argument. I mean, it's going to happen soon enough as it is. There's really no point in causing another argument, so you're kind of holding back. And you're letting things seem like you get the moon reversed here, which it makes me feel like things aren't kind of going the way you thought they would, but you're kind of being honest. Like you're being nice and you're getting along, but you're not like overly affectionate is what this makes me feel like. You're kind of it's kind of like the end of the situation for you. Things are going well. I feel like you're getting along with this person quite well, but emotionally you're just done. I feel like you're done. It's really what I'm getting with the moon card reversed here. It's really like becoming apparent to you, like how you actually feel. Even though things are good, I almost feel like especially because things are good, you're really seeing how you actually feel about the situation. And you're making decisions about what you want to do next based on that. So I feel like this reverse is just showing your emotions are coming right to the forefront for you to deal with. I feel like you're being very diplomatic with the other person and you're keeping things to yourself only because you're like, it's just going to start another argument. And there's just no point to it. I feel like you're kind of a little annoyed because you feel like the other person's getting the wrong idea or trying to run with something, like things are going to go back to the way they were, and you're like, I don't see that happening, but I don't see a point in arguing about it either, so let's just get along for now. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching this reading. I'm going to try to get this up. Let's see. How much time do I have there? 13 minutes? Almost 13 minutes. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead and shoot me an email. James4astral@gmail.com. James4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.